morning, friends, Facebook friends and family. I didn't post for the whole day off. Cause I know I'm busy. I'm always in the doctor's office. I have tea. But health-wise is not what we're aiming towards. We're really aiming towards, healthy, decrease, the cholesterol levels, and the liver-wise. But the health-wise, now that we have all the information about, kung anong kakain natin or what's healthy while going out trucking. Pero ngayon, alam na natin ang information para hindi natin gagawin sa future. Just keep making sure that you are, doing your pre-trip. You're, planning ahead of time. You're not a stranger to planning and pre-trip and making sure that you are, healthy for the whole week. That's always good. We have to decrease eating out, which means, eating less fast food, eating food that we don't, we're not very familiar of, because siguro yun importante sa buhay. Kung alam mo kinakain mo, tapos kinakain mo lagi kang, hindi ka eating healthy, hindi not eating, like food that will eventually, get you in trouble. So, it's a great experience. Also, it's a good habit for you to take. So to wash yourself at all times, be healthy. The doctor said, you have to exercise. Exercise is very good. Exercise always and maintain and more carbohydrates. That's good for your kidneys. Eating fruits, vegetables, even cereal are not very good, but it decreases your cholesterol levels. When you start off, sa umaga, diba? Most of the times you don't eat breakfast, but eat oatmeal, eat fruits. Foods that will get you eventually in a good good workout and good start off for the whole day. Sorry, I'm a little sick, but I thought I should just let you guys know that it is important. The health is very important. As you go through the everyday, when you get older, you won't regret it because, you start off eating good. You start off with, just good stuff. You start off, and then it will reflect you when you get older, and you'll say, well, very nice. I actually, I got it. That's what I was heading towards, and that's what I want. To continue with the early recording, we're now at the airport, heading towards Michigan. When you are hungry, you just simply drink water. There's no control of having, eat excessively. But when you do, make sure you're prepared. And eat fruits, vegetables. Never forget your medication. Medication is always important. Try not to eat meats, but eat, vegetables, stuff that that's healthy for you. Greens, stuff that's good and healthy for your liver, so that you don't, accumulate cholesterol and hurt your liver. For instance,
I can't walk.
less
Dad, you can't walk.
less energy drinks, sodas, juices. Those are important that you have to take in order for to be healthy. You know. So we talked about earlier. A good snack would be like a fruit. So if you have a banana, apples, and water, that's always good. You can substitute these with, like proper and healthy chips. Do not eat fried chips because that's gonna ruin your teeth and also accumulate, cholesterol in the future. I know trucking, if you're over the road, it's gonna be hard because you're gonna be traveling everywhere and you're gonna be hungry. And you said, oh wala, nagugutom ako. So bibili ka, di mahihirapan ka. So, but you just need to be, you need to be very, very disciplined when it comes to eating, or when it comes to drinking, and when it comes to consuming anything in your body, because you want to be healthy. You don't want to be fat. You don't want to accumulate cholesterols. You want to take care of your liver. You want to take care of your kidneys. You want to take care of your intestines. Those things are very important when it comes to trucking and your lifestyle. So a sudden change of your lifestyle can be very, very important. So for instance, all throughout your life, you've been walking, you've been eating, you've been healthy. All of a sudden you start driving trucks. You sit for a very long time. You're always on bed. You always stay and constantly driving. When that happens, you're gonna ruin your health, which means you're gonna be eating fast food. You're gonna be, really hungry, and then you're not gonna have enough exercise because as soon as you stop driving trucks, you have to go sleep. You have to be on a sleeper berth, right? That's the main important thing. What I'm trying to figure out is how do I maintain being healthy, maintain having a good lifestyle with a great body shape, and also being open to all these activities that you missed when you're not trucking. That's one of the most important. Those are the things that I plan on doing. So on my days off, I usually think about all these things before I even take a day off. And when I go back, I also think about this. Just like when you drive a truck, for example, you do a pre-trip before you do ahead of a plan. So if you're going to this place, you know what you're doing. Now if you're going back to the place or you're going back to your work, you know what you're doing. You planned out these.
Traveler, James, Traveler. Please pick up a white courtesy dog or go to the nearest airport information booth. James, Traveler.
Those are very important when it comes to health. Also get enough rest, eat enough carbohydrates. Dietary fibers are very important. Make sure you eat wheat instead of white. Wheat is very healthy for you. You eat nuts, like almond nuts. Even 2% milk can sometimes be very, very dangerous. So you can substitute that with almond milk, or you can substitute it with oat milk. whichever is possible that works for you. Okay, so those are just the main important thing that you can think about when it comes of healthy and going out on the road while on trucking. Good food, tenderloin chicken, try to walk with a lot of vegetables, less rice. Let's go. As we speak, we all got a little bit hungry, so we, drank some water just so we can pass time. We can't cheat as well. If you really are disciplined, we have to eat, watch what we eat, so that we can control our balance, our dietary balance, so we don't, gain excessively, and to make sure, our cholesterols are in a proper position. I think cholesterol is less than 199, and for our liver health, I believe it has to be around 149. That's considered, a good and proper working condition. That's really important. It's a huge part of our health. I'm actually really serious because we want to be healthy, so that when we get older, hindi tayo, pag matanda na tayo, hindi tayo, we're still healthy. We can live long. We get to see and spend more quality time with our family. That's the most important thing. So, I'm glad I started watching my health early, because it's important. Not only my health, my teeth also, to make sure they're in good, proper working condition. I'm blessed that I get a job that I can stay with, so that we, of course, have insurance to pay for it monthly. That's very important for us.